Hey guys, and today we're going to be doing a brand new what if, and this what if is, what if Boruto had Kurama, or had access to the QB chakra? Now how this what if is going to work is I'm essentially going to basically say, okay, well, Naruto has Kurama, Boruto has Naruto's genes, therefore he can access some of Kurama's chakra. Now it's obviously not going to be the full power of Kurama, and a small percentage of Kurama is in Boruto. I'm not going to say how much, you guys can decide, but it's a very, very minuscule percentage. And this would then lead into Boruto just having QB chakra. And I think at a certain age, Naruto would try and get this chakra out of Boruto, essentially for him to utilize in combat. And I think when Naruto first figures out and first discovers that Boruto has this chakra, it would amaze him, and it would force Naruto to maybe train Boruto, or maybe focus on his training a little more. That way Boruto isn't much of a bitch as he is in canon, and yeah. With that being said, we're going to start our story a little bit before the Chunin exams, so let's get into it, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys do enjoy this video, be sure to, leave a like, share with your friends. It really does help me out, but yeah, with the basic premise out of the way, we can now transition into pre-Chunin exams era Boruto. Hope you guys enjoy. Okay, so like I said in the beginning of the video, I think Naruto would be trying to bring out this chakra within Boruto because this could be a pretty good way for Boruto to utilize basically new power for him to pass the Chunin exams and basically just, help him get through missions better, or overall just help his journey of becoming a ninja easier. Now, I think with Naruto wanting to give Boruto this attention and trying to train him, I think this would lead into Boruto being a little bit less of, you know what I said earlier, a bitch, like how he was in canon, because Boruto was honestly kind of whiny, but this time he'd be a lot less whiny, and rather him and Naruto just casually train with each other from time to time, and he does get the understanding of Naruto needing to work. With all this time of them training, I think Naruto can establish this to Boruto, and him and Naruto could come to an understanding. This means Boruto isn't going to be beefing with Naruto like how he did in the movie, and this time we would get Boruto and Naruto actually bonding with each other, and we see Boruto go through similar training to what Naruto had went through when training with Jiraiya. It would be like when he was training before the Chunin exams, and him training before going out and fighting the Akatsuki for 2.5 years. Naruto would be in a daze reminiscing on Naruto and Jiraiya's training, but Boruto would snap him out of this daze, and they would then continue on training. At this point, Naruto is training Boruto to just tap into a little bit of Kurama chakra, like what Jiraiya did for Naruto before his Chunin exams final round. And obviously training with Naruto, he's not going to encounter the guy with the scientific ninja tool or whatever, and even if he did, he's going to be declining this because it's just not in his principle to cheat and use these things. Now with this, Boruto would be improving upon his, basic technique, and he would eventually be able to tap into a little bit of Kurama's chakra, but he can only do this when he's low on his, normal chakra. Now, with this would then lead into the first round of the Chunin exams, which would be the written test, I believe, which I'll just say with Kurama, it's not going to really help Boruto cheat or get the answers, so we'll just say Boruto passes like how he did in canon. However, unlike round 1, in round 2, things really begin to change, especially when Boruto fights off against the Mist Triplets. The 3 people that look the same. Anyways, the 3 brothers would try and fight Team 7, and like in canon, they would get a little overwhelmed, but rather than Boruto using the ninja tools to basically escape the situation, right as the brothers are going in to take the last flag, this would lead into Boruto bursting out Kurama's chakra, which would shock the trio, and Boruto would rush over to the flag in an amazing speed that the brothers can't even anticipate, and would blitz all 3 of them and basically bop each brother's shadow clone, stopping them in their tracks from getting the flag. And this would lead into Boruto actually single-handedly soloing the trio and actually giving Team 7 the W. And instead of just cheating, Naruto actually is proud of Boruto because he won legitly and isn't skeptical of him being a rat or anything like that. With this, we would then move into the final rounds of the Chunin exams, which I'm just going to go with the movie's adaptation because, the animes is a little weird. Now, for the movie, we have Boruto facing off against Killer Bee's son, which instead of using that green shuriken thing to cheat, he would just basically avoid the bubbles, and if he gets overwhelmed, he would tap into Kurama's chakra and just blitz his opponent. That's essentially what he's using Kurama's chakra for. Just simply an edge for him to get over his opponent and allowing him to get the victory. But it would be a little weird because he's facing off against Shikadai next, so he doesn't really know how Kurama's going to help him here. But similar to what Meta Lee did earlier in the anime, I think Boruto would do here, and that's overpower Shikadai's Shadow Possession Jutsu that originally would stop Boruto. However, with Boruto's just uncontrolling chakra and overflowing chakra, he would manage to break out of this and basically swoop in and take the W by beating him up. And Boruto, after beating Shikadai, it's not just going to be him tapping him back into his base form. No, he needed to use a lot of Kurama's chakra to break out of this, and it would get to the point to where it would be a similar effect to what happened to Naruto when he attacked Jiraiya, and he's slowly losing control. Now, this would lead into him forming a cloak around his body while Shikadai is down for the count, and Boruto would look at Shikadai, eye to eye, and it would seem like Boruto's about to attack him while down. However, Naruto would blitz and get out of his chair and stop Boruto and basically snap him out of it. With that being said, Naruto would say that it's okay, and Boruto didn't mean any of this, and it was all Kurama, but he'll get used to it. At that point, Naruto smiles in front of Boruto, and they would then fist bump each other and then hug. And with this, the Chunin exams would then be interrupted abruptly by Momoshiki and Kinshiki, which would lead into Naruto forcing Boruto away and basically sacrificing himself to save him. Not dying, but being captured by Momoshiki and getting his chakra. This would lead into him wearing Naruto's old jacket like how he did in the movie, but obviously with different meanings because Boruto wasn't being a rat or a cheater, and Boruto and Naruto were having a heartfelt moment with each other. And with this, he would wear Naruto's jacket, and he would then go out with Sasuke and the 5 Kage. Anyways, the 5 Kage, Boruto, and Sasuke all head out to basically go and save Naruto, leading into Kinshiki facing off against the 5 Kage, while Boruto would be watching Sasuke free Naruto from Momoshiki, and then the two of them facing off against Momoshiki. Now, Boruto watching all of this go down, he would be building up rage, and obviously Kurama would be influencing him, surging up chakra in Boruto's body and him getting ready to fight. With this would lead into Boruto's encounter with Momoshiki, the iconic Rasengan moment where we would see the invisible Rasengan and then attack Momoshiki. However, that does not happen here due to Naruto and Boruto training rather than Boruto and Sasuke. Rather, I think what would happen is we would maybe get Boruto try and throw a kunai enhanced by Kurama's chakra, but Momoshiki would easily grab this and absorb the chakra from the kunai, and he would get a little bit interested from Boruto because he has Kurama's chakra. He wants that chakra. So he's going to go after Boruto, and this would lead into Boruto versus Momoshiki, where Boruto would use his shadow clones and Kurama's chakra to basically amp himself up and even go as far as to even summon a one-tailed cloak. At this point, we would see Boruto's shadow clones all scrapping with Momoshiki and the chakra rising within Boruto, and Boruto would actually overwhelm Momoshiki with his clones, forcing him to get rid of one by one, and when he does that, by the time that is done, Boruto would already be coming in with a clothesline punch, and this is the real Boruto with the one-tailed cloak, smacking him in the back of the head and enraging Momoshiki, forcing him to then use that full-powered attack, but Naruto would luckily be there for Boruto and amp him up. And instead of it being a blue Rasengan, it would be an orange one due to Kurama. And obviously Boruto's eyes have the Kurama eyes. He's in the full Kurama state. Boruto, thanks to all this power on his side, would easily defeat Momoshiki, and he would gain the Karma Seal like in canon. And with this, thanks to Kurama, Boruto had an easier time against Momoshiki, and actually had, in my opinion, a little bit more of a better moment. And overall, the story doesn't really feel too significant, but we just changed all the bad stuff in Boruto, and really all the other scenes that we did change, we just made it better for Boruto, the character that is. So, yeah, that's where I'm going to be leaving things off for right now in this series, and if you guys want me to read the manga and continue this series with the manga adaptation or the anime adaptation, let me know down below. Now, I'm going to catch you on the next video. If you guys did enjoy, be sure to like, share with your friends, and the majority of people who watch my videos aren't subscribed, which is weird, so subscribe and hit the notification bell, that way you are notified and updated every time I upload, and follow me on Twitter and join the Discord.